So hello guys, here is my travelogue for our trip to Panchmarhi from Bangalore. It's kind of an odd place to visit from Bangalore, but I believe it is one of those unknown places which offer a lot to a tourist who visits that place. So I'm just putting together this video to explain and show what all places you can visit there, and if you are in that area, it's a good place to visit. At 5:30 in the morning we left Bangalore and straight away towards Hyderabad. We were quickly on to outer ring road and driving towards international airport and further towards Hyderabad. At around 6:35 we stopped at Kamath around Chikkaballapur for our breakfast. We left Chikkaballapur at 7:15, so it was just about 45 minutes breakfast break. At around 9 a.m. Just after Anantapur, we stopped at the Blue Moon food court for again a break and maybe a cup of coffee. You have to be very careful on Indian highways. As we were driving just after our break, we saw this massive accident of a car. It had just happened because the ambulance was still there. This kind of makes you think and makes you drive more carefully. "12:30 we are on to Outer Ring Road in Hyderabad. At 1 o'clock or just after 1 o'clock we exited the Outer Ring Road and onto the Nagpur highway. We stopped at this roadside dhaba called Sweet Hot Family Restaurant for our lunch. The place was nothing to talk about. The food was average. It's better to eat earlier near Hyderabad rather than coming here and wasting your time. Around 3 p.m. we stopped to refuel our car. 15 minutes past 7 we had reached Nagpur and we checked into our hotel for the night. Next day morning we were out just after breakfast around 9 a.m. on towards Panchmarhi. Panchmarhi Ghat section is one of the most picturesque roads to drive on, and many people do the mistake of driving it in the night. So I would suggest, if you are going to Panchmarhi, make sure you are in this road in daytime, because this is what you have come there to enjoy. There is no point in driving in the dark of the night and not seeing anything. Around 2 o'clock I reached the Welcome Heritage Hotel and checked in. We were going to stay here for next couple of days. Pachmadi has many things to see. The best way to travel in Pachmadi is not to depend on your car, but rent a gypsy through the hotel. We rented a gypsy through the hotel and he charged around 1250 rupees per day, and I think it was worth it because some of the places are little hard to drive on. So following are some of the places that we visited. The first one was the Jata Shankar caves. It's basically, there is a legend that says Lord Shiva hid in this cave here when Bhasmasur went after him to kill him, and there are many rocks here which are carved in different forms because of the river flow, and you can see elephant in some rock and then things like that. So it's a very nice place to visit, and you can spend some time here. The next place to visit is the Bee Falls. This fall is very interesting because you can actually walk to the bottom of the fall and it is not very deep, so you can actually kind of take a shower here. Given the fact that we were here during summer, we just kind of sat in the water for a while and then we went back. Next place we went to was Reachgad. It has a set of caves and this has basically been made popular by shooting of some of the movies. If you get a good guide, he will tell you some very interesting stories about this particular place. Next place to visit was Dhupgarh. It's also called Sunset Point or Rajendragiri. It's a nice place to see sunset. Now this place is at a height, and so sunset is not like a sunset that you see by the ocean. It's more about the area around it, the way it gets lit when you are seeing a sunset. It's a very different kind of experience. So this is another place worth going. Another place that is worth visiting is Pandava's caves. We were planning to go, but then we heard that there are too many bees. But then later we heard that it has been cleared of bees. So the legend says that Pandavas stayed here during their Agyatavas. So there are some caves there where you can go and take some pictures. There is a nice lawn that has been curated outside it. So I would suggest this as another place to visit. One more place is Handi Kho, or it is also known as Suicide Point. Just like every other hill station in India, this place also has a suicide point, and I don't know why people want to come here and jump and die, but it is an interesting place. You can see good landscapes, and there is a temple little bit far away called Chauragarh temple, where basically tribals climb using ropes to that temple. So some guys had set up telescopes here and you can have a look through those telescopes into how those tribals climb to that Chauragarh temple from here. The next place that you can visit is Mahadev, and basically there are two Shiva temples next to each other. One is called Chota Mahadev and other appropriately called Bada Mahadev. You can go into Chota Mahadev through a very narrow space in the hill. We didn't go because it was very claustrophobic, but if you are strong at heart you can actually go inside. Bada Mahadev is a more comfortable temple. You can go there. It's a wide open spaces and you can spend some time. Panchmarhi has an institute which basically researches on silk process. So you could go, and this institute is called Resham, and you can go there and look around, and they also have a store where you can buy silk clothes. So that was another place we visited, and with that we pretty much concluded our itinerary in Panchmarhi. Of late, there has been an adventure sport group which is doing some adventure sports. We went there, we did some zip lining, we did some parasailing, and it was an interesting experience, very well managed. So that is the another thing you can try if they are still there. And from Panchmarhi, next day we left to Bhopal. We stayed in Bhopal for few days, and then we drove back to Bangalore, which was a drive, single day drive, where we started from Bhopal at around 6 a.m. and 3:40 a.m. we reached Bangalore. So that was basically our trip. I am not putting the details of the return trip, but because it is just very similar to the forward trip. We just did it. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you have liked this video, please subscribe and hit the bell icon as well to receive notifications. And keep on smiling, keep on living, and keep on driving.